I spent 5 years in federal prison, and people are always asking if I got in fights or if anybody hurt me, so I thought I'd address that. I was at a high security prison for most of my sentence, and I never got in a fight. But before I went to prison, I was taken into custody, and I was taken from the county jail and transferred on Con Air to a detention center. And while I was at the detention center, there was a girl there that just kept at me. I was new, I didn't understand any of the rules, and she just kept on picking at me and saying rude things. And I was sitting out in the rec yard with some other girls, and I said, "Why does that girl keep at me?" And one of the girls said, "Because she's a chomo, that's just what she does." Well, I don't know what a chomo is. Now I do. It means it's somebody that's hurt a child, right? So the next time she comes at me, I said, "Leave me alone, you chomo." Oh, not a good thing to say. She attacked me. She jumped at me. I hit the floor. I covered my mouth, my face, because I'm like, I don't want to get my teeth knocked out. And it took 2 officers to tear her off me. And I was really shook up. We went to the SHU. They took us to the SHU, and I had to stay in segregation until they transferred me again. And so that was traumatizing. That added to my trauma when I went to prison. But I learned some things. I learned to kind of keep my mouth shut and those types of things, not call people names, especially if you don't know what it means. And then while I was at the prison in Waseca, I saw some fights for sure. But I remember this one day that we were sitting in the lunchroom, the chow hall, and things can go from calm to crazy real fast. A little tiny thing about 115 pounds takes a lunch tray and smashes it across another girl's head in the chow hall. And then everything erupts. And it was a girlfriend fight, and there's 3 of them going at it, and it took like 5 officers to tear them apart and then take them down to the medical. And so the next day I went to medical because I had to go in for my blood pressure or something. And I was asking the officer there, I said, "Hey, were those girls okay? What happened?" And she said, "Oh yeah, they were all right." And she said, "You know what's interesting, Louder?" She said, "Whenever those girls come in here and they're rumbling and upset," she goes, "never has anybody attacked an officer down here." She goes, "It's like they know we're there to help them." She goes, "In fact, one day I had a girl that was getting all rowdy, and the other girl flipped out on her and said, 'Don't you do anything. You could hurt the officer.'" She said, "I think it's a lot different than what people think."